Welcome back to the desk. It's time to talk some baseball. Giuseppe, let's take a look at some New York Mets action.
Yeah, Mason, let's head on over to Marlins Park where the Mets took on the Marlins, and Martin Prado hits a no-doubter into the seats in left field. That one will put the Marlins up 2-0 early in this one. Top of the second, James Loney with a runner on second. He's going to hit a no-doubter of his own, this one over the right field wall, to tie the game up at 2 apiece for the Mets and the Marlins. Top of the fourth, Jose Reyes at the plate. Reyes is going to sneak one past the second baseman into the outfield, and the pitcher, Seth Lugo, is going to come around to score, and Jose Reyes gets into second with an easy double. Top of the fifth, Jay Bruce hits a moonshot. Bruce is going to Bruce is going to give the Mets a little bit more of a cushion, and they win it by a score of 5-2.
Okay, fellas, with some injuries in the Mets rotation right now, do you think that it's strong enough to make a playoff run? You know, we got some injury woes here. Tell me about it.
I got to tell you, I don't think the Mets are going to go to a World Series. I'm sorry to say that to a New York-based fan club right here, but they're going to make it. Even if they make it to the wild card, they're going to have to play the San Francisco Giants most likely, and Madison Bumgarner is going to destroy that Mets lineup.
Well, why do you think they're not going to make it to the World Series with the rotation that they have right now? Tell me, what's one good reason that they won't make it to the rotation? Last year when the Mets waited, you're saying that they don't have enough experience right now?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Did any of them have experience last year when they made that run to the playoffs? Not one of them have been in the playoffs ever except for David Wright. Out of all those players, and they still made the run that they did. I mean, Seth Lugo, Gazelman, these aren't the players that you thought was going to be in the rotation when we were starting the beginning of this season. But I mean, these are players that have sub-3 ERAs right now and about 10 starts apiece, 7 starts apiece.
It's not. Oh, sorry.
Let's be honest here. Like, the Mets aren't the same team as last year. Look at this rotation. Yeah, Syndergaard's probably going to pitch the wild card game, and then let's say they win that. They beat Madison Bumgarner or Johnny Cueto, whoever pitches for the San Francisco Giants. Next series, guess who they're playing? The Cubs. And guess who's pitching? Bartolo Colon against John Lester or Kyle Hendricks or Jake Arrieta, game 1. And then game 2 is Seth Lugo against Arrieta.
So what you're saying is it's pretty bleak for them either way,
it's gonna be
no matter
tough.
what.
It's going to be tough. I mean, these pitchers have already exceeded their expectations already, but can they make a playoff run? Maybe, but it's definitely not as strong as last year. So it'll definitely be tough for sure.
Okay, fellas, on a somber note, baseball lost one of its stars on Sunday with the passing of Miami Marlins pitcher Jose Fernandez. With the latest, we go to Jake Bailey. Jake?
Thanks, Mason. In their first game back since the tragedy, the Miami Marlins honored Jose Fernandez by wearing his number 16 jersey. It'll be the last time anyone in a Marlins uniform ever wears the number 16. Marlins owner Jeffrey Loria said the team plans to retire Fernandez's number. It'll be the first number retired by the Marlins since Jackie Robinson's number 42. The team had previously retired number 5 in honor of their first president, Carl Barger. However, the number was later unretired in 2012.
Fellas, definitely some sad news in baseball, again, with the passing of Jose Fernandez. Let's talk about how impactful he could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I really think Jose Fernandez had legendary status in just the 4 years that he was in the league. I mean, you look at his career numbers, he was 38-17 overall, and he had 589 strikeouts, as you see on the graphic up there. And he honestly could have been one of the most dominant pitchers in the next 10 years. He could have been as good, or if not better, than Clayton Kershaw, Madison Bumgarner. It's all in the numbers.
He absolutely could have. I mean, if you look at him compared to other pitchers through their age 23 season, he ranks among them with the best. He has more career wins than Verlander, just up there with Kershaw and Bumgarner, more than Pedro Martinez when he was 23. He could have been one of the best pitchers this game has seen.
Yeah, being a Met fan, I watched this guy haunt our team for the last 3-4 years since he's been up. It is like such a tragedy that he passed away so suddenly, and he really could have been something special. Like, he was the next great pitcher. He could have been like the next Max Scherzer or Clayton Kershaw, and now we'll just never see that.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way. In his rookie season in 2013, 12 wins, 6 losses, 2.19 ERA. Obviously, that's going to win him Rookie of the Year, which he did win that year. But he was 3rd in Cy Young voting that year in his rookie season. So we knew he was going to have a fantastic career after that. 2014 and 2015 were injury-plagued after that, and then he came back, bring his A game this year again. This is a guy who's going to have the next $300 million contract in the MLB, and it's a really shame to see him go this early.
Yeah, and I mean, Joe Reyes said it too. He was injury-plagued. In 2014, he had Tommy John surgery, and he had to come back for that in 2015. Right. But you saw his numbers, 589 strikeouts. This guy was just a dominant pitcher overall.
In those injury-plagued seasons, he still kept his ERA under a 3. I mean, even when he was injured, he was still pitching phenomenal. He was one of the greatest. One of the greatest.
Of course, on your screen, clips from the funeral here, and the memorial put on the mound. Joe, you mentioned he had some Cy Young votes. Should Fernandez receive the Cy Young Award?
I'm going to put this in the most subtle way possible. No. I mean, we wouldn't really be talking about him getting the Cy Young Award if he didn't pass away this season. I mean, he did have a great season. He had the second most strikeouts in the MLB, and he had all that under 3,000 pitches this year. No other pitcher with that many strikeouts had way over 3,000 pitches this year. So he was a strikeout machine, but you can't take it away from guys like Max Scherzer, players like that who have had great seasons, Kyle Hendricks, John Lester. These are guys who had great seasons this year, and you can't take that away from him. What I would like to see is an award, a Jose Fernandez Spirit Award this year, and that would really honor him the best.
Giuseppe, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to disagree with what Joe said. I think he should win the Cy Young Award, not only because he was the most dominant pitcher the past 4 years compared to guys that have started 4 years ago with him, and he was one of the most dominant pitchers in the league this year. Obviously, he had a 12 strikeout per 9 innings record that was better than Max Scherzer and Madison Bumgarner combined with the 10 strikeouts.
You're just thinking of strikeouts. You're not thinking of everything else. When the Baseball Writers Association of America votes for the Cy Young, they vote based on performance. And statistically, he wasn't the best pitcher in the league this year. It's unfortunate. It's a tragedy that he passed away, but I don't think he's going to win the Cy Young just because of that. I put 4 guys ahead of him. I put Kyle Hendricks, John Lester, Max Scherzer, and Madison Bumgarner all in front of him in Cy Young.
Wrap it up for us, Tony.
I feel bad saying no, but I feel like it is going to be an unfortunate no Cy Young for Jose Fernandez because of what everyone else said. To me, it should go to Kyle Hendricks.
All right, guys, that's all the time we have today on WP Sports Desk. I'd like to thank our producers, analyst crew, and our studio manager, Al Clarke. From Studio B in Hobart Hall, I'm Mason Mills, and I'll see you next time on WP Sports Desk.